Welcome to the Daily. It's Monday, August 22nd with Greg Lawless. I'm Jason Seguini. A lot of movement in the Eastern Conference this weekend. Pretty much the only team who didn't move was the Columbus Crew, cementing themselves into first place with a 2-1 victory over the Philadelphia Union.
Yeah, a couple of goals. Emilio Renteria, who just continues to score for the Crew, and Mendoza, he gets the penalty kick to win it. A little controversy on the penalty call, but you're right, Jason. The Eastern Conference in upheaval this weekend. By the time it was all over, Philadelphia had fallen from second place down to fourth. Houston had moved up to third place, and Kansas City getting that victory on Sunday night over DC United 1-0 at home. They jump into second place in the Eastern Conference.
All right, things very fluid in the Eastern Conference. One more note from there that we should mention, Milton Caraglio, the New England designated player, getting 2 goals in a 2-2 draw with the New York Red Bulls. Dane Richards, of course, with the 2 goals for the Red Bulls. But all eyes were on a different designated player making his debut out west this week.
Irish striker Robbie Keane scoring for the LA Galaxy about 48 hours after he arrives in La La Land. Look, there was some talk about this goal. It wasn't the prettiest goal in the world, a little bit of a defensive slip-up from San Jose, but Robbie Keane does very well, a little stutter step to get around John Bush and put it away. It's the kind of thing he's been doing his entire career. And then, of course, he does the little flip and the roll and the, I don't know, thing with his hands, but great celebration and a great start for Keane in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and the LA Galaxy extended their lead in the Western Conference as Seattle went down to Dallas and got a 1-0 victory on the heels of a Rosales goal. Other news coming out of this game, though, for FC Dallas, George John, it looks like his move to the EPL could be happening.
Well, the rumors right now are that he is in England having a physical with Blackburn Rovers, in which case that would mean this deal would get done very quickly and he would be playing in the EPL.
All right, well, Juan Pablo was the guy who got moved out of LA when Robbie Keane came. He scores a goal for Chivas this weekend.
Yeah, and you know what? This is what he's done his entire career. He gets into good positions and puts them away. And a lot of credit should go to Robin Fraser. The very first thing he does with his new player, puts him into the starting lineup. A good comeback draw for Chivas USA against Colorado. It's always difficult to get results up at Dick's Sporting Goods Park, especially with Colorado playing very well these days. But you know what? This is a Chivas USA team, Jason, that I think could make some real noise in the Western Conference and in the wild card race for the playoffs. They have great potential to make it in the playoffs if they continue to play the way they are.
All right, yeah, both of those teams fighting for a wild card in the Western Conference. And another team now in that fight is the Portland Timbers, who get a 2-1 victory over their rival Vancouver Whitecaps.
Yeah, the Timbers a couple of points out of the playoffs right now, but anytime you can get 3 points in the Cascadia Cup, it's great for your confidence as well. Diego Chara and Jorge Perlaza with the 2 goals for Portland. The first time the 2 Colombians have scored in this game, and you know what? They continue to play pretty well. Now, they're not getting 3 points each time out, and that's what they need to start doing, especially at home. They're either, a goal short or they get a draw or something like that. John Spencer needs to get that team to start thinking 3 points every single time that they get out there if they're really going to make a charge for the playoffs.
All right, well, plenty of designated players scoring, also plenty of Americans abroad scoring, including Josie Altidore with a brace. We'll talk about all that and more on Extra Time Radio later. You can get it on iTunes or Buzzsprout this afternoon, and we'll be back on the Daily tomorrow.